wasn't what it looked like.
Please, just stop. Just, even if it hurts me, be real with me for a second and tell me the truth that you like dating.
Blake Lively, the queen of effortless fashion, a Hollywood A-lister, and apparently a magnet for drama. Every time it seems like she's minding her own business, a controversy pops up. Whether it's a rumored feud, an awkward interview, or an unfortunate wedding venue choice, Blake has had her fair share of headline-worthy moments. If you watched Gossip Girl, you know Serena and Blair had the kind of friendship that switched between besties and enemies very often. But reports claimed Blake and Layden actually avoided each other like the plague. New York Magazine fueled the fire in 2008, saying cast members had to pick sides. But their showrunner later said they got along fine. Even their co-star Michelle Trachtenberg dismissed the drama. Still, it's 2025 and neither of them follows the other on Instagram. That's Hollywood friendship for you. Then there's the Armie Hammer situation. Back when he had a short stint on Gossip Girl, he was supposed to film more episodes. But according to him, things got so tough that he left early. When asked about it on Watch What Happens Live, he dodged the biggest diva question, but admitted someone wanted him off the set. When Blake's name came up, Chelsea Handler and Andy Cohen didn't hold back. Chelsea joked, "Sounds like she was the problem." Armie awkwardly laughed but didn't deny it. Coincidence? Maybe, but the internet ran with it. Now let's talk about the wedding. In 2012, Blake and Ryan Reynolds tied the knot at Boone Hall, a former slave plantation in South Carolina. Not the best venue choice. People weren't happy, and the backlash only grew over the years. In 2020, Ryan called it a giant mistake and said they felt deeply sorry. They even had another wedding at home to make up for it, but Blake? She's never directly addressed it. Silent strategy or just avoiding more drama? Speaking of questionable decisions, remember Preserve? No? You're not alone. It was Blake's short-lived lifestyle website, which in 2014 featured an article romanticizing the antebellum South. Yep, the same era tied to slavery. The article praised Southern belles for their social poise and captivating sensibility. It didn't take long for the internet to call it out. A year later, Preserve was gone. Blake claimed the site wasn't ready, but the timing made people wonder. Then there's the A Simple Favor feud. Blake and Anna Kendrick starred in the 2018 thriller, and by the time filming wrapped up, rumors swirled that they weren't even speaking. A podcast host claimed there was tension on set. Neither Blake nor Anna confirmed anything, but fans started analyzing every interview. Even though their co-star Henry Golding denied any bad blood, people still insist something was off. And now that they're reuniting for the sequel, the internet is ready for round 2. Now Blake is back in the headlines, this time for It Ends With Us. The movie adaptation of Colleen Hoover's book has been controversial from the start, and when Blake was cast, people had opinions. The age gap between her and her co-star, the casting choices, everything sparked debate. But Blake isn't new to criticism, which brings us to one of her most awkward moments, a resurfaced interview from 2016 that went viral. Reporter Kirsty Flaw congratulated Blake on her pregnancy, and Blake in response shot back with, "Congrats on your little bump." The problem? The reporter wasn't pregnant. If that wasn't enough, Blake also ignored her at times and seemed to only engage with her co-star Parker Posey. Years later, the reporter said the interview almost made her quit her job. That's a pretty bad review. Many of us think that she always finds a way back into the conversation. Maybe that's just the price of fame, or maybe, just maybe, Serena van der Woodsen never really left. Back in 2016, Lively starred in Cafe Society, a film directed by Woody Allen. At the time, Allen's adopted daughter, Dylan Farrow, had already publicly accused him of sexual assault. Her story had been around for decades, but Hollywood seemed willing to look the other way. While some actors started distancing themselves from Allen, Lively went the opposite direction. She praised him. During the Cafe Society press tour, she called Allen's work very empowering for women. That alone was enough to get people talking, but she didn't stop there. When a French comedian joked about Allen dodging accountability at the Cannes Film Festival, Lively didn't find it funny. She told Variety that jokes about rape, homophobia, or Hitler weren't appropriate. The irony? She was defending a man accused of sexual assault while dismissing a joke that called out his alleged crimes. It got worse. When asked about an op-ed written by Ronan Farrow criticizing Hollywood's silence on his sister's accusations, Lively admitted she hadn't read it. Still, she continued supporting Allen, saying she only judged him based on her personal experience. By 2018, when the Me Too movement was in full swing, Lively joined the Time's Up campaign against sexual harassment. Dylan Farrow wasted no time calling her out, tweeting, "You worked with my abuser, Blake Lively. Am I a woman who matters too?" Now, Lively managed to stir up controversy again, this time with a joke gone wrong. After weeks of online speculation about Kate Middleton's whereabouts, the Princess of Wales released a family photo, only for people to notice some bad Photoshop edits. The internet had a field day, and Lively joined in with a post promoting her beverage brand Betty Buzz. She shared a clearly edited photo of herself featuring a warped pool, an oversized thumb, and a floating lemon, joking that she had been MIA just like Middleton. The timing was horrible. Days later, Middleton revealed she had been battling cancer. Suddenly, what seemed like harmless fun turned into a PR nightmare. Lively deleted the post and quickly apologized. She wrote, "I made a silly post around the Photoshop fails frenzy, and oh man, that post has me mortified today. I'm sorry, but the damage was done." Social media wasn't quick to forgive, and many criticized her for jumping on a trend without thinking twice. Then there's It Ends With Us. It's a film about domestic violence that turned into one of Lively's biggest PR disasters. Fans of the book expected a serious, emotional take on the story. Instead, Lively's marketing approach made it seem like a fun girls' night out. She appeared in multiple interviews wearing floral dresses and even encouraged audiences to grab your girls, wear your florals. Critics and survivors of domestic abuse weren't impressed. A viral TikTok video slammed her for promoting the film like the sequel to Barbie. To make things worse, Lively used the press tour to promote her brands, including her hair care line and Betty Buzz beverages. A marketing email for the film even included a cocktail recipe using her husband's gin. Talk about missing the mark. Meanwhile, her co-star and director, Justin Baldoni, took a different approach. He spoke about the film's heavy themes with care, making Lively's marketing strategy look even more tone-deaf. Just when it seemed like the It Ends With Us controversy was dying down, Lively accused Baldoni of sexual harassment and orchestrating a smear campaign against her. In December 2024, Lively filed a legal complaint against Baldoni, alleging that he engaged in inappropriate behavior on set and then tried to bury her with bad press. But what do you think? Is she misunderstood, or does she keep making the same mistakes? Let us know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this deep dive, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more celebrity breakdowns. See you in the next one.